Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am Zoronden, and this is a regular old Starcraft Tuesday. I am glad to be back to casting normal games on my normal schedule after last week's special cold cast marathon. I casted those all in one day, so then for an entire week I didn't actually cast anything. So I kind of got out of casting for a bit, and I found myself hating it. So I'm glad to be back and doing some more casting. So let's check out what we have here today. We do have another game submitted by the fans. Now, one player is, well, here, let me get to introducing him. In the bottom left, we do have the blue Zerg, InfinityEX, and he is a Silver League player. And then in the top right, we have the other Zerg, red, Dave, and he is a Platinum League player. So I'm going to be calling it a Gold League match just because that's the law of averages. So we'll see if InfinityEX can pull off the upset here since he is 2 leagues behind. And of course that is always an option as Starcraft is an ever-changing game and everything's up for grabs. Obviously this is a ZVZ. So we're going to see a lot of Overlord coverage on the map. As you can see, the 2 Overlords already going for the close scout. Obviously, they are cross positions, not close positions, so those Overlords aren't going to actually find anything. We do have a drone, though, coming in here by Dave. Going to skirt over to the corner here. He might be looking to do a little bit of proxy hatch and stuff, but I don't see anything going like that just yet, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. InfinityEX has gone ahead and grabbed a fast expand. Let's bring up that production tab as well. And we can see the pool going down for Dave. So he might be going for some earlier lings, as he has already not gotten his expansion. As well as a second drone coming down. So it definitely is starting to look like he's probably going to grab some sort of proxy hatch or something. Obviously, it's a little curious that he hasn't gone for it quite yet, but perhaps he's just banking on that fact that the fast expand is going to slow InfinityEX down enough. Now, InfinityEX should have seen Dave's drone there, so that should be revealed. We might be getting maybe some sunken sunken colonies. That is completely wrong. Spine crawler play, but it does look like now he's just gonna run away. So I'm not sure why he sent down a second drone. Maybe he intended to do a proxy hatch or a spine crawler attack, but obviously that kind of got defeated, so he opted to get out of there, grab his expansion, and get back to kind of normal play here. So obviously at this moment both players are kind of back to just building up their economy and their tech tree. Obviously not a ton of teching at the moment. We do have a spine crawler by InfinityEX, and no such thing by Dave. He does have a few lings on the way, none on the field just yet. Obviously Overlord's beginning to, well, sort of beginning to cover the map. I guess there's only 2 out for Dave, 1 out for InfinityEX, going up to the top of the map there. And for some reason I thought that was a second pool. That's obviously not a second pool. It's a Roach Warren. So Dave moving on up there. Let's double check his gas here. He just has 1 at the moment. And just now InfinityEX just grabbing his gas. He does have both queens up. Looks like he's doing fairly well with his injections. And no queen up for Dave. That's all as well an interesting choice. I don't know if Dave knows that InfinityEX is a Silver League player here. There's a chance he's playing a little softer. If not, he's just forgetting a few things here and there that could end up making him lose this game. Obviously, we do see layer tech there down for Dave now, as well as an Evo chamber. And yes, those are Infinity's lings coming in there. But we do have spine crawlers now coming up for Dave. Dave almost lost a drone there. Gonna go work on that spine crawler. Unfortunately, with all these drones, he kind of needs to get out of there. Those lings aren't gonna be able to do too much. He might be able to pick a drone or 2 off if he's careful about it. But with that queen, he's definitely going to have to get the heck out of there. And there they go. Obviously, the queen's not going to catch him with slow marching off of creep. And there we have Roach and an Evo down for InfinityEX. So catching up in the tech tree, at least on that end. No lair out of him yet. So definitely both players going for some macro play here. We'll just need to keep a close eye on when these armies are going to build up and actually make a move out. It does look like Dave is going to go for some creep spread already, or finally. And he also obviously has a Roach on the field. It's just one Roach at the moment. Up to 3 now. So not a big army out by Dave. Obviously, several spine crawlers. Again, both players going for defensive stuff. InfinityEX is actually grabbing a 3rd here, so he's going crazy with the economy. There it is. And otherwise, he doesn't have too many units. He's got a few Lings on the field, which is a nice little grouping. But he is going into full gas production now. So should be seeing either lots of Roaches out of him or some upgrades, something like that. We should be seeing some gas production finally coming out of him. And there is his lair. Let's go ahead and check in on Dave as well. Nothing too new for Dave. Continuing that creep spread. No new Roaches yet. Any underway at all? I guess I was on the production tab. 1 on the way. That Queen going to take some pot shots of that Overlord. I don't think he'll kill it. No, I think it's just going to barely get away. Yes, it does. Oh, and here comes some Lings trying to go for that drone line. Fortunately, those Roaches do some nice damage, but only 1 actually went down. Right in there, but that Spine Crawler is also going to spell doom as well as the Queen, and they just kind of try and run out. And, well, it was an effective scout at least, so he did figure out everything that was up there in the base, but definitely didn't get any damage done, which I'm sure he wanted to. And Infinity does now have some Roaches on the field. Looks like he is up to, 17 of them. And a Spire coming out. We got some nice teching by Infinity. And, I mean, that's going to quickly outpace Dave. Dave's just not doing anything. I don't know what he's doing. Is he getting upgrades? He's gotten a few upgrades. Just bizarre. There's so many Roaches suddenly on the field now by Infinity. Dave's actually in trouble losing this game. Obviously, the Queens here and Spine Crawlers can do quite a bit. I mean, that's 4 Queens there. But, and he does manage to catch that Spine Crawler. A little out of position. There's an Infuse going down, though. Oh, and a Queen almost bought it. Another nice Infuse. And those Spine Crawlers on that ramp are just devastating Infinity's Roach army. He does not like that. And unfortunately, what looked to be in Infinity's favor just hits its head on the defensive line and quickly becomes unfavorable. Obviously, Queens and Spine Crawlers can do quite a bit of damage, especially when you have enough energy for transfusion. So, but that does give Infinity map control, as he can sit out here outside the ramp. Probably doesn't want to push in now. I mean, that's not exactly a good decision. He does get a few Roach kills, but he also lost 1 or 2 of his own as well. So, just needs to be comfortable with the standoff for now. And Dave has Burrow for his Roaches. Those guys are going to regen their health so quick with that nice Burrow. It's something you don't see all terribly too often. And here comes a Roach Ball that's definitely bigger than Infinity's. And they do have an armor upgrade on him and a nice concave. And Infinity has to get the heck out of there. That is going to wipe him out. And, he does just grab those 2 guys. And look at those reinforcements. He is quickly outnumbered. Dave in Roaches yet again. And, whoa! A nice Ling batch coming to the party. Not as many as I thought. There were some Overlords in the way. But look at that, Mutas as well. And that is going to spell some serious damage. If he can get in here, pop off these Queens, and he can go to town. We got an Overseer coming out too. That's an interesting choice by Dave. Nothing really cloaked on the field. And here come the Lings kind of throwing themselves in there, going for the drone line. And why are the Roaches burrowed? Get him out. All right, here we go. Lost a Spine Crawler because of it, though, and lost the other one now as well. And, it's hard to say who's going to win here. The Lings do appear to be all gone. Where are those Mutas? They're just sitting back there. I guess there's only 3 of them at the moment. Well, that was a mediocrely effective attack. He did take out the Spine Crawlers, which was very nice. And here comes a second wave with Mutas this time. Unfortunately, the Mutas are kind of in the front. They need to let the Roaches pop off the Queens first. Mutas don't need to be throwing themselves into the fire like that. 1 went down. bring down that a little bit more extra viewing here. But yeah, Infinity has to retreat again. And now his mutas are in there at the mercy of a ton of queens. Just throwing units at Dave repeatedly. Unfortunate about that. You need to try and build up your forces a little bit. And 2 more mutas. Oh, he does manage to save 1, but the second one gets soused. And the roaches burrow again to heal up even more. So I'm liking Infinity's play. Unfortunately, he's throwing too few units into the meat grinder, and they're coming out as a blended meat mess. Oh, I don't know where that came from, but I like the analogy. So we need to see a bigger build-up by Infinity here so he can take this. Otherwise, for Dave, build more units, I guess. I don't know, I've been confused by Dave constantly, but he's held very, very nicely, and it's been the queens. The queens have held it for him, without a doubt. And he is now grabbing that third, and gonna move out with these roaches, and he shouldn't really have a problem here, especially with these spine crawlers moving in. Hydras are an interesting choice. That's no real need for those, but why not? When you're ahead, when you almost got 2K in the bank, I guess you can afford Hydras. So here we go. Nice concave by Dave. Almost every single roach going to work. The front line of Infinity is just liquefying. Hydra's trying to do their range damage. Unfortunately, there's just too many roaches there for Dave. Infinity is taking a beating, and he has to retreat. Spinecrawler's going to do a little bit of help there. Might even deter Dave as he is running away. So Infinity barely managing to hold the line. Honestly, Dave probably could have pressed that and taken the game. Here comes some nice roach reinforcements. So it looks like we're going to get a few macro hatches going down here. Infinity needs more larvae, I guess. How many larvae does he actually... Yeah, he's only got 6 in the field, so he definitely needs more larvae. Let's check. Yeah, the queens are not getting every inject down. He's probably getting most of them, but obviously if you get most of them, that can not be enough. I mean, you got to be pretty dead on with those dang injects, and they can get pretty annoying trying to maintain them constantly. So more roaches on the field. I haven't seen any more hydras coming out. That's a good call. Obviously, he doesn't really need hydras at this time. Some more lings wouldn't be a terrible idea to kind of surround those roaches, try to get some nice surrounds on them. But again, a slower match. Both players doing a lot of macroing, just working on their own bases, working on their economies, working on their troops. Dave trying to do some creep spread. It's kind of going awry here. It's very wide. It's not very long. Obviously, creep spread in ZVZ is a different game. You don't necessarily want to spread it across the whole map, because then you just end up connecting both Zerg, and they can both move very quick across it, so it becomes a dual advantage-disadvantage. But if you do kind of spread it wide like this in your own base, that'll allow you to defend a little quicker. Obviously, once your enemy gets on it, they're able to attack quicker as well. So, again, a game of pros and cons. And Infinity now grabbing a 4th? Yes, a 4th. And here come a few lings. 6 lings aren't going to do much in this war here. If they kill a few tumors, though, that'd be nice. And actually, they might. Nope, transfusion on the queen. No issue there. Even more spore crawlers going down by Dave. That is spore crawler overkill, if you ask me. 3 at this base. Only 1 in the middle. Yeah, 1 in the middle. There's 4 down here. Is that another overseer? These guys like their overseers. I guess they're both worried about burrowed roaches or something like that. And some long-range mining going down by InfinityEX. Journey of 1,000 miles here for a few minerals. That hatch is finally up, so that should stop it. And is he grabbing a 5th? He totally is grabbing a 5th. Again, when you got 2K minerals, why not? I do have some infestors in the field by Infinity. And looks like he might be pushing out. He should be pushing out. He's maxed out here. and Dave definitely is not. Again, Dave has got to be playing a little looser with his playstyle here or something, if he's truly a Platinum League player. But let's watch InfinityEX. Oh, hey, whoa. Let's watch InfinityEX almost guaranteedly mow over Dave here. And that roach line for Dave is just being slaughtered. There's even some fungals going down. Just utter overkill by InfinityEX here. He's going to easily snipe off this base. A few roaches behind there to die to their own means. If he keeps splitting his army up like that, though, it is going to be dangerous. He needs to keep them together, do a solid attack here. There we go. Losing an infestor there. That's unfortunate. And another one. Keep those squishy units in the back, bro. Roach is going to work. Dave's got a nice concave, though, and he's starting to level the playing field. If he gets some more reinforcements out here, which he does have plenty of roaches on the way, he might be able to hold. Unfortunately, he's still probably going to lose this expansion right here. And were those queens infusing or transfusing from all the way up there? I think they might have been. And here comes queens and roaches, and InfinityEX has to get out of there as his army has slowly been whittled down. And unfortunately, he did not do anywhere near the amount of damage he really wanted to. But check this out. He's got a huge reinforcement wave coming. With all that money banked up, all he's going to be having issues with is larvae. And this time he's up to 16 larvae. So, I mean, that's just doing the trick for him here. He is maxed out again. Here come Dave with a few roaches. Those things do not like what they see. They're going to have to get the heck out of dodge as well. And where'd these guys go? There they are. And this should fall this time. It should have honestly fell in last time. But this time, honestly, it doesn't stand a chance. The roaches of Dave have been acid melted. And Dave's going to call the GG and get on out of here. Anyways, guys, I'm Zoronden. I want to thank you for tuning into a regular StarCraft Tuesday. We're going to obviously have StarCraft Thursday and Saturday this week. And so keep sending in those games. I will, of course, attempt to cast fan replay games for every game I have. So as long as I have enough replays from you guys, that will be the case. Congrats to InfinityEX. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And I will catch you guys on the other side.